Hello, sixth grade. Okay, so today we're going to do a review of place value and decimals, and this is going to be a continuous thing that we're doing as well as long division because this is something that almost everybody struggled with on the benchmark, and a lot of people have come up to me and Mrs. Perez telling us that they're struggling with. So this today is going to be a little more of a basic review. This will get harder and harder as we go along. All right, so first, everybody should have a worksheet that says Tuesday, November 8th, place value, and multiplying decimals. At the top, you'll see a little chart that has a review of place value. So it shows what each place means. So when you start at the decimal point, going backwards, let's say we have a 0 in front of our decimal, going backwards, first we have the tenths place, then the hundredths place, and then thousandths, 10,000ths, etc., etc. So that's just a review on your sheet. You'll see where it says decimal point right here. To the right of that is the decimal place values. All right, so now let's look at part one. Part one would probably be pretty easy for most of you. It's just circling the larger number because this is something we really need to get down and need to be able to see it right away. So if we have 4.5 and 4.51, 4.5 and 4.51, this is 4 and 5 tenths. This is 4 and 51 hundredths. So here, the number in our tenths place is 5. Here, the number in our tenth place is 5. So those are equal. We need to start at the number closest to the decimal, see which is greater. If they're equal, we go on to the next number. In the hundredths place, I have nothing. That just means that there's a 0 right there. In the hundredths place here, I have a 1. 1 is bigger than 0, so 4 and 51 hundredths is bigger than 4 and 5 tenths. All right, let's try one more. Looking at number 2. Actually, I want to move on to let's look at number 3. So if number 3, I have 3 and 12 hundredths and 3 and 1 tenth. Again, I'm going to look at the first place after the decimal. Both ones, I have a 1, so that means that we need to go on to the next place. The first number, 3 and 12 hundredths, I have a 2, and the second number, I have nothing, so we can put a 0 here. So now I have 10 hundredths and 12 hundredths. 12 hundredths is bigger than 10 hundredths, so this one is larger. Okay, now let's go on to part 2, which is a little bit harder. So in part 2, we're multiplying decimals. I know we've gone over this a lot, but it's still really tricky, so I want to go over it again. The first problem, we have 0.72 times 0.2. This one is already set up for you, but remember, do not line up the decimal. Just line up the numbers as far as they can go to the right. All right, so in this first number, 72 hundredths, we have two digits behind the decimal. So I'm going to write 2 digits. In the second number, we just have 1 digit behind the decimal. So before I even multiply, I'm going to know that I need to add these digits to get 3, and that's how many digits we're going to have behind the decimal in our answer. And then I'm just going to multiply normally. So I'll do 2 times 2, which is 4, 2 times 7, which is 14, and then 2 times 0, which is 0, but I carry the 1, so that will be 1. Now I know that there are 3 digits behind the decimal in my answer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the end, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, place the decimal point. And there will be 3 digits behind the decimal in my answer. So my final answer is going to be, I'm going to put up a 0 in front of my decimal because that's a good habit to get into. 0 and 144 thousandths. All right, go ahead and try the rest of the problems on your own. The second one is set up as well, and then 3 through 6 you need to set up on your own. I posted a few answers online, not many, so you can check there if you'd like. Okay, good luck finishing up this worksheet. I've also posted some games that you can go on after you finish this worksheet, just multiplying decimal place value games, just in case you get bored with ST Math. I still want you to go on ST Math for at least 10 minutes. Okay, good luck.